All right. So you don't need to change your names if you don't want to. I won't be using anybody's name on the recording. I'll just be talking about somebody has a question or somebody says this or somebody says that. So you don't need to change your name, but you can change your name if you want to. All right. So everybody, let's start our session. So everybody, this is HackerFrogs, Linux OS operations. Let me turn on my mouse highlighter. So now you can see where my mouse is. And first of all, we're going to be talking about what we learned in the previous workshop. So in the previous session, we learned about the ls command. So we're talking all about our Linux commands. And the ls, and somebody subscribed to my YouTube. Thank you to this person who subscribed to the YouTube. The ls command can be used to list the files and directories in the current directory. It's often used with the -l argument to output in a list format and with the -a argument to include hidden files and directories in the output. These two arguments can be combined to produce both outputs, for example, LA. And we see here, we give the command ls space l-la, and then we get to see all the stuff inside the directory. All right, next. We have the cat command. So the cat command sounds kind of funny, but this is how we read files inside of Linux. So the cat command lists the contents of a file. The name of the file to be read must be supplied as an argument to the command. That means that we just do cat and then space and then the name of the file that we want to read. Next. So this is an example. We cat this file right here. So sometimes when we talk about Linux, we talk about catting a file. So when we cat a file, that means we read the file because the command is called cat. All right, so we didn't talk about this command, but we did talk about this command, the cd command. So the cd command stands for change directory, and changing directory changes the current directory to the one specified. The new directory must be supplied as an argument to the command, which means that we just do cd and then space, and then the name of the directory we want to go into. So just like in real life, you can move around to different places inside of Linux. So each directory is a different place. So here we do, and somebody on YouTube says, hello to you, Mr. or Mrs. Singh, hello. All right, so cd example, so we move into a directory called example. All right, and this other command is very important too. It's called the pwd command. Pwd is going to output the name of the current directory, which is also called the working directory. So it stands for print working directory. So that's pwd. We're not going to continue with the bandit game. Instead, I think it's a lot better. And Mr. or Mrs. Singh says the tilde means that we're in the home directory. Yes, that's what it means. I'll be explaining that in a little bit. All right, so everybody, if you have any questions or any comments about anything that I'm talking about, please leave it in the chat, and I'll try to get to your comments as soon as I can. All right, so everybody, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be solving some challenges over at the picoCTF website. So if you please log into your picoCTF and then go to the link that I put in the chat there. Okay, so somebody asked, what was PWD? So PWD is print working directory. So that's going to show you which directory you're in the Linux system. All right, so everybody, once you're logged into picoCTF, please type I'm logged in the chat. So if you're logged in, please type I'm logged in the chat. All right, we see some people are logged in. Lots of people are logged into picoCTF. That's great. Okay, so next what I want you to do is I want you to locate this button right here, which is the web shell button. So the web shell button is going to be on the right-hand side of the screen, and it's going to be up on the upper portion of the screen. I want you to click on that. Okay, so somebody asked, can you help me log in? Okay, so to that person, I asked, do you have your account set up? So to this person who's asking for help logging in, do you have your account set up? Okay. So everybody, after you click on the picoCTF web shell, what we want to do is we want to put this in its own browser tab, and we can put it in its own browser tab by clicking on this button right here. So when we open the picoCTF web shell, there's a help button, there's a arrow button, and then there's a circle arrow button. What you need to do is you need to click on this button right here, and the button's labeled Pop Out Web Shell Terminal. Okay, so the person who says that they need help logging in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide the sign up page for picoCTF. Okay, so I'm going to provide the sign up page for picoCTF in the chat. What I want you to do is, if you don't have an account registered, I want you to go to that page, and I want you to register for an account over at that page, okay? All right, so how do you bring it on its own tab again? Okay, so let me demonstrate that. So after you get to the picoCTF practice page over here, there's going to be a button over here called Web Shell. You want to click on the Web Shell, and then you want to click on this button right here that is labeled Pop Out Web Shell. And it looks like a box with an arrow pointing out. You click on that, and then your web shell is going to be put into its own web browser tab, which is what we want. Okay? So everybody, so if you have your web browser tab in its own, if you have the web browser, if you have the web shell in its own tab, please type web shell, just type web shell. Okay. All right, from there, what you want to do is you want to log into your web shell, and you can do that by using your picoCTF username and password. So you type in your picoCTF username, whatever it is, just type it in. And then you're going to type in your picoCTF password. So when you type in your password, you're not going to see anything appear, but that's normal, okay? Okay, so somebody says, I'm in, but it's showing a black screen. Please explain what's going on. Okay, so to the person who's asking, please explain what's going on. Do you have an account over at picoCTF? Because if you don't have an account at picoCTF, you won't be able to work alongside with us today. So if you don't have one, please go to the following link. Oh, sorry, not this person, but everybody in chat. Please go to this page and register an account on picoCTF. Okay, so somebody else asked, can you show me how to get to the web shell one more time? Okay, so to the person who's asking how to get to the web shell one more time, I will demonstrate. So when you're on your picoCTF page and you're already logged in, then you want to, okay, so somebody's asking, do I put Shy Hat where it says username? No, you don't use the username Shy Hat. You use whatever username that you use to create your picoCTF account. So don't use my username, use your own username. Okay, so when you're on the picoCTF page after you've logged in, there'll be a button called Web Shell on the right-hand side of the page. You want to click on that, and then you want to put this web shell in its own browser tab by clicking on this button right here. So there'll be a button that says Pop Out Web Shell Terminal. Click on that, and then the web shell terminal will be in its own browser tab, okay? All right, so you log in, use your username. You don't use my username, use your own username. and then you're going to enter your password. So I'm going to copy my password. And then I will paste in my password. Invalid username or password. Okay, well, let me try that again. Okay, then I will paste in my password and I will log in. Okay. So everybody, this is how you log into the web shell. Somebody says it's telling me my password is invalid. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to try again, and I want you to type in your username and your password, especially your password. Type it in very slowly and make sure that the password is correct, because you're not going to be able to see it when you're typing it in. Okay, so if you manage to log into your web shell, please type I'm in chat, just like the hackers do. I'm in. Okay, somebody says it's kind of glitching. So I'm not sure what you mean by glitching. What do you see on your screen? Okay, so you should be able to go back from the web shell. You should be able to go back over to your picoCTF page, and then on the other web tab, you're going to have your web shell. It's not letting me type. Okay, so to this person, are you entering your password right now? Or are you entering your username right now? Okay, so we're going to start our challenge. So our first challenge is going to be called Obedient Cat. So this challenge can be accessed. So somebody says that it's not letting you type the password. Okay, so when you type the password, you're not going to see anything while you're typing your password. And this is normal. And somebody says, "Hi, frogs. Hello, HeyRimbot in YouTube chat. Hello." So to this person, just try logging in again. And when you type your password, just know that you're not going to be able to see the password while you type it. But it's just type your password and hit enter, and you should be able to log in. Okay. So everybody, let's go over to the picoCTF page, and I'm going to paste in the URL, and we're going to see the challenge page over here. Okay, so somebody says, I'm in, where do I go from here? Okay, so oh, I didn't paste the challenge to everybody. Okay, so the challenge is at this page right here. So everybody, please take a look at chat, and please take a look at chat and click on the link over there, and it's gonna open the page to the challenge. All right, so this challenge is called Obedient Cat, and you can see a description over here. And the description says, this file has a flag in plain sight, also known as in the clear. All right, so we're going to try to solve this challenge on picoCTF. But first, we need to create an environment to solve the challenge. So what we're going to do inside of our web shell is we're going to create a directory. So if you do ls, you're not going to see anything in your directory, but I already have a lot of stuff over here. So I'm going to go into my TMP directory. And what I want you to do is I want you to create a directory inside of your web shell. So inside of your web shell, somebody asked, can you go back to how to get there? So how to get where? To the web shell? Okay, so everybody, we're going to use the make directory command, mkdir. How to get to the challenge. Okay, so the challenge is at this link, and I'm going to send the link to everybody in chat one more time? So we're going to create a directory for this challenge. So it's mkdir for make directory, and then we're just going to call this one obedient cat, just like this. So mkdir space obedient cat, and then we're going to hit enter. If we do ls afterwards, we're going to see that obedient cat is in here. So we can enter that directory by using the cd command. So cd space obedient cat. So an interesting thing. Oh, so somebody's asking if I can put the chat. Sorry, I can put the link in the YouTube chat. Okay, I'll put the link in the YouTube chat as well. All right, so I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put the challenge in the YouTube chat. Okay. All right. So somebody asks, how do I get to where you are? I already pressed the link. So to this person, you already pressed the link. You should see this right here if you have an account over at picoCTF. But if you don't have an account at picoCTF, you're not going to be able to see this page. You have to be logged in. Okay, so this person says that they have an account. Are you logged in? And if you're logged in, click on the link, and then you should be able to see this page right here. Okay, so to everybody who's following along, so after you create your directory, then we have a directory called obedient cat. We can do cd to change directory over to obedient cat, but I'm going to show you a trick. So the trick is to type ob to start typing the file, and then hit the tab button on your keyboard. The tab button is usually on the left-hand side of the keyboard, below the escape key. And then you can, when you hit the tab key, it's going to autocomplete the file name. Okay? All right. So somebody asks, what's after that page? So after we get to this page, we want to make sure that we have our web shell open. So if you don't have your web shell open, so I'm going to ask user AS, do you have your web shell open? So somebody else asked, do you press enter? Yes, you do press enter. And what was the trick? The trick was to start. You start. So I'm going to back out again. So you start typing in the name of a file, and then you press tab, and that's going to autocomplete the name of the file over here. And then you can press enter and then enter to the directory. Okay? So when you type pwd to print the working directory, it should be home and then your username and then obedient cat. Okay? So home, your username, obedient cat. All right, so everybody, let's download the file now, okay? So this is how you download a file using Linux. So you go over to the challenge page, and on the challenge page, you want to right-click. Actually, you can right-click on this file and then click on copy link address if you're on Windows. But if you're not on Windows, I'm going to link the URL that we need to get in the chat. Somebody says they're having problems signing into Pico. So to user T, they're talking about how they have a problem signing into Pico. To this user, I ask, do you have an account set up over at picoCTF? All right, so, and another user, F, asks, can you go back to what you did at the obedient cat? Okay, so what we did was we created a directory called obedient cat, and we used the mkdir make directory command to make a directory called obedient cat. And after we did that, we used the cd command to enter that directory, cd obedient cat. Somebody is asking me my C prompt is not working. So to user R, can you elaborate on your problem? So you say your C prompt is not working. I'm not sure what that is referring to. So somebody else asked me the TMP, how do you get to that? So the TMP is just something that I'm doing for my account because I already have a lot of directories in here. So you don't have to pay attention to this TMP over here. Okay, so somebody says that they're having trouble signing into picoCTF. Let me explain one more time. Whoops. So what I want you to do is I want you to go over to this link. Somebody's having problem. Okay, so I'm going to reply to this user. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to that link and then I want you to sign in at that link. Okay, so somebody else asks, do you have to press tab after you use cd obedient cat? No, you don't have to. So the point is when you type, so it's going to be when you use the cd command to help you complete your file names. So it's going to be cd ob, and then you can hit the tab key to autocomplete the file name. That was what I was trying to illustrate there. Okay, so everybody, we're going to download the file, and the way we download the file is going to be at the challenge description. We need to download the flag over here. So we need to right-click this, click on copy link address, and then we're going to go over to our web shell, and we're going to use the wget command. So it's going to be wget, and then we need to paste in our flag. So to paste in the flag, to paste in the URL, it's wget space, and then paste in the URL. So to paste it in, I think we can right click and then we can paste. And that's going to paste in the URL. You hit the enter key after that, and that's going to save the file to your directory. Okay, so let's catch up with chat. User AS asks, I'm lost after I press the link. I'm logged in, but what do I do to the web shell? Okay, so to user AS, what you want to do after you've logged in is that you're going to see this button over here on your screen. I want you to click on this button labeled web shell. So I'll teach you how to click on the web shell after we finish this challenge, okay? So we're going to finish the challenge real quick. So after you do wget and then paste in the URL, so it's going to be one more time, you do wget and then space, and then you right click and you can paste in. So after you've copied it, so you have to copy it first by going over here. Over here, there's a link labeled download flag. You right click on that and then you select copy link address. And somebody else asked, can you send the URL? Okay, so I'm going to send the URL to everybody. Somebody else asked, what do you write on your computer? Okay, so I'm not sure what you mean by what do you write on your computer. If you could elaborate on that, then I could help you out with that. Okay, so we go back to the web shell. So wget, we type wget space and then right click again, and we can select paste, and then the URL is the URL with the file is going to appear, and then we hit enter, and then it's going to save the file. Okay, so to user D, you're asking after the web shell, what you need to do is you need to enter your username and then your password. Only you're not going to be able to see the password when you're typing in the password, and that's normal. So when you type the password, you won't see your password appear as you're typing it. Just type the password and hit the enter key, okay? All right. So after we've downloaded the flag, we can use the ls command to see what's in the directory. So I downloaded the file twice, so I see 2 of these files. So I'm going to quickly erase one of these. But what we really want to do is we want to read this file. Does anybody remember what command we used to read the file? So after we solve this challenge, I'll try to help out some of the people who are lost. Okay, so somebody says, user IJ says it's the cat command. That's correct. Okay, so we can read this file by using the cat command. So we just use the command cat flag. Somebody says that I don't see the URL after I right click. Okay, so to user C, what you need to do is you need to right click, and then you need to select the paste selection right there. Whoops. And first you need to copy the URL. So in this page, so there's a link that says download flag. You right click that, you select copy link address, and then you go over to the web shell, and then you right click, and then you select paste, and that's going to paste in the URL. Okay, so somebody in chat, user JA asks, on the web shell I have, after my username and picoCTF at web shell, is that supposed to be there? Yes, yes. When you see that on the web shell, that means you're logged in. Somebody says they didn't get the link that I sent. Hold on. So to user T, are you still trying to log into picoCTF, or did you already log into picoCTF? Are you still trying to log into picoCTF, or did you already log into picoCTF? Okay, so everybody, after we use the cat flag command, then we're going to copy the flag. So we need to copy the flag to complete the challenge. We need to use our mouse to highlight this. After we let go, we're going to see the scissors icon, which means that we've copied this over here. So whatever we highlight, we copy. What you need to do is you need to go over to the challenge page. I see on YouTube, DJ Black has just subscribed. Thank you very much for the subscribe. Okay, so after we copy the flag, what we need to do is go back to the challenge page, and there's a field over here where we can submit this flag. So over here, we can paste in the contents of the flag. Oh, that's not it. So over here, we copy the flag, and then over on the picoCTF page, we can use the Control V keyboard shortcut or Command V to paste in the flag variables, and then we click on Submit Flag. Okay? Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. I had a little bit in my throat. Okay, so after you've pasted in the flag value, you click on Submit Flag, and then you're finished the challenge. Okay? All right, so user C says, how did the highlight text come up? Okay, so what you want to do is you want to put your mouse right here, and then you want to left click, and then left click and drag until you've covered the entire flag over here, and then let go. And that's going to copy the value of the flag over there. Okay, so some people are done, some people are behind. Okay, so very quickly, I'm going to try to help out some of the people who are behind. User AS, what step are you at? I'll try to help you out to catch up. Somebody else says that they need the web shell. Let me demonstrate how to open up the web shell, okay? So when you're on the picoCTF page, then you're going to see a button over here called Web Shell. Click on that button, and then the picoCTF web shell will appear. What you need to do is you need to put this in a different browser tab, and you can do that by clicking on this button right here. It's a box icon with a arrow pointing out, and it's called Pop Out Web Shell Terminal. Click on that. And then the web shell is going to be in its own browser tab. What you need to do is you need to enter your picoCTF username. So don't use my username, use your own username. And then you need to enter your password. But when you're typing your password, you won't see anything appear, but that's normal. So just type in your password, and then let me get my password. And then you type your password and then hit enter, and then you will be logged in. Okay, so after you're logged in, you'll see this message right here. Okay, let's catch up with the chat. User C says, I don't have that written down. Okay, so everybody, you need to have your username and your password handy, because if you don't have your username and password, you won't be able to log into your picoCTF web shell. Okay, so somebody else is asking for the beginning at the link. Beginning at the link. User AS, may I ask which link you're referring to? User CT asked me to put in the challenge link again. So let me, so Oluwa in YouTube chat says, exclamation points. Yarathath in YouTube chat, is that free? It is free. So this is picoCTF, it is free. And let me grab the link for this challenge. So this one is called Obedient Cat. I'm going to put it in the Zoom chat, and then I'm going to put it in the YouTube chat. Okay, so somebody else. So the picoCTF link. So I just put the picoCTF challenge link in the chat for everybody. So user T, it should be in the chat for you. User C, no, not the username and password, the text that we were supposed to highlight. Okay, so the text that we're supposed to highlight is, so after we have downloaded the flag, so let me get to the directory. Okay, so after we've downloaded the flag using wget, we should have a file called flag in our directory. We need to read that using the cat command. And then inside of the file, there's going to be the flag contents that we need to copy. All right, so if anybody else, does anybody else need assistance? Or we'll also be moving on to the next challenge. Okay, so the next challenge is called tab attack, and I'm copying. So somebody in the chat is asking, user NL is asking, can you please restart the web shell to the flag? Okay, so everybody, this is the next challenge over here. To the people who have already finished the first challenge, you can go ahead and try solving the second challenge on your own while I help some of the other people in the chat. So somebody's asking, can you please restart the web shell to the flag? Okay, so let me demonstrate. So user NL, do you need me to demonstrate how to do the first challenge? Or I'd like to ask you what you would like me to help you with. Okay, somebody else asked, user T asked, what do you do after we copy the link? What do we do after we copy the link? So are you talking about the challenge link, or are you talking about the flag link? I'm not too sure which step you're at. If you're talking about the, let me go back to the obedient cat challenge. So if you're talking about this challenge right here, after you copy this link, you want to download the flag using the wget command. So you do the wget command, and then you do space, and then you right click, and then you select paste, and that's going to paste in the URL where the flag is at. You hit enter, and that's going to download the flag file. Okay. All right, so everybody, I have a problem with the postal code. Oh, I think you're still trying to register for the picoCTF website. So okay. I'll be able to help you out after the session is done. That should be about 20 minutes. Somebody else is asking, first one is too confusing. Can I start the second one without finishing the first? Yes, you can start the second one without finishing the first. On the second one, do we use the web shell? Yes, all of these challenges we use the web shell. Okay, so let me pull up the second challenge. So I'm going to copy the link for the second challenge, and one more time, I'm going to provide the link to the second challenge in the chat. Second challenge is tab attack. Paste it in. Okay. So somebody says that they. Okay, so user CT is asking about the correct answer. That looks like the correct answer. What you need to do is you need to go back to the challenge page, and you need to put that flag in this flag submission field, paste it in, and then click on submit flag to finish the challenge. Okay, so everybody, this is the second challenge. It's telling me it's wrong. Wait, so did you copy my flag? If you copy my flag, you're not going to be able to finish the challenge because you have to use your own flag. So what you need to do is you need to download your own flag and then read it by using the cat flag command, and the value is going to be slightly different. Okay, so everybody, let's do the next challenge. What you need to do to set up an environment for this challenge is you need to do cd, and then you need to just do cd by itself to go back to your base directory, cd by itself, and then you need to make another directory to solve this challenge. So it's going to be mkdir for make directory, and then we're going to call this one tab. Okay, so you're going to make the directory tab with this command, mkdir space tab, and then you're going to enter the directory by doing. Let me get into my temp directory. Hold on. Okay, make dir tab, and then cd tab, and then after you've done that, you should do pwd, and it should say tab over here at the end. Okay. All right. So to the people who had their stuff reset on them, I'm sorry to hear that. You're going to have to retrace your steps to get to where you were. User F says, "Can I review the steps? Can you review the steps for tab attack?" Okay, so tab over here, we're in this directory. We created the directory. What we need to do is we need to download the file. Okay, so we go over to the picoCTF page over here. And then what we want to do oh, so this is not tab. Let me go over to tab. Okay, so this is the tab attack challenge. Using tab complete in the terminal will add years to your life, especially when dealing with long, rambling directory instructions and file names. What you need to do is you need to right-click on this file. So after cd tab, do you press enter because I did that? Yes, you do that. Okay, so right-click on the link inside of the challenge description here. You copy the link address, and then after you copy the link address, you go back to the web shell, and then let me clear this. You want to use the wget command. So that's wget space, and then paste in the URL. So you can do Control Shift V, or you can do right click and then you can select paste, and that's going to also paste in the file URL. NC says, can I move on with this current challenge and look at YouTube live later to go back? Okay, yeah, you can just do this challenge. Why don't you just do the tab challenge? Okay, so you use the wget command and then you paste in the URL for this file over here. You hit enter, and that's going to download this file. So this file over here is called the shenanamu.zip. All right. Okay. So when you use ls, you can see that this file has been downloaded to our directory over here. Okay, and to unzip it, you just need to use the unzip command. For Frieza said, sorry, user F says, for some reason it still says obedient cat. So do you mean it says obedient cat in the web shell, or do you mean it says obedient cat on the web page? I'm not too sure. Maybe this person said, okay, it says obedient cat in the web shell. So what you want to do is you want to do cd and then nothing. So cd and then hit enter, and then you want to make the directory tab, and then after that you want to use the cd command into tab. All right, so another user says, it's not showing all of that on my screen, just the URL. It's not showing all of that on my screen, just the URL. I'm not too sure what you mean by this. Can you elaborate? Okay, so after I'm going to move into tab. Okay, so what we need to do here with this zip file is we need to unzip it. So all you need to do here is use the unzip command, unzip, and then capital A, D. What you need to do here is you need to hit the tab key to autocomplete the file name. So you don't need to type all of this. You just need to begin typing it and then hit the tab key. And the tab key is located on the left side of the keyboard underneath the escape key. So you can give this command, unzip this file right here, .zip, and then hit enter. So user C says it's not showing all of that on my screen, just the URL. What you need to do is you need to download it. So you need to download it by using the wget command. So it's wget and then space, and then paste in the URL with the zip file, and then hit enter, and that's going to download the file. So somebody else says, user T says, I need you to explain from the start because I can't understand properly. Okay, so we're going to finish the session in about 12 minutes. And after that, to anybody who's stuck, I'll be sticking around afterwards to help explain how to, I'll help everybody get unstuck, okay? All right, so after we've unzipped the file, And to everybody who has successfully unzipped the file and got this output over here, please type "I unzipped it." So, okay, so user I says it's not letting me unzip it. All right, so to this person, what does it say when you try to use the unzip command? So user I, what error message do you get when you try to unzip the file? All right, so everybody, what we need to do is we need to go into these directories over here and get the flag. Okay, so let me demonstrate how. So I'm going to clear. So pwd, we're in this directory right now, but we need to go into this directory right here. So what we need to do is we need to cd and then start typing ad, and then use the tab key, and that's going to autocomplete the file name. So cd and then autocomplete this directory name, and then you will see there's another directory in here. Okay, it says D. It says dot. It says dot. Okay, user I. What I want you to do is I want you to try going back. So what I want you to do is I want you to do cd and then by itself, and then I want you to try downloading the zip file again. So it would be wget, and then copy the link address on this page, and then in the web shell, paste this in, and then hit enter to download the file. And then I want you to try unzipping the file, okay? But to everybody else, let me go back to where I was. Okay, so you want to use cd and then ls, and then you'll see another long directory name. You cd space, and then you start typing in the first couple of letters, and then you hit tab, and then you hit enter, and then you ls again, and you see that there's another big directory name. You cd, you type cd space, and then start typing it again, and then use tab to autocomplete the file name. And then you ls again, and you see another big, long file name. You do cd, you start spelling out the file, and then you hit tab to autocomplete. Okay, so to the people who are lost, in about 8 minutes, we're going to be finishing off the session, and then I can address you all individually. Okay. So we see that we're in another big. We see another big directory right here. We can use cd and then start spelling this, and then hit tab, and then we can do this a bunch of more times. And then finally, we'll have this file right here called fang of something something. All right. User H says, I need help. Okay, so I will help you after the session finishes. That's going to be pretty soon, in about 7 minutes or so. All right, so finally we have this file right here. So this file right here is a special file. It's an executable file. So we can tell if we do ls-a-l rather, and we can see inside of here that it has these file permissions, but the important thing is that it has the X file permission over here, and that means we can execute this file. So we can execute this file by doing /. So it's /, and then start spelling the name of the file, and then press tab to autocomplete. So this is the command. The command to run this file is /, and then the name of the file. So after you do that, you hit enter, and that's going to run this file. And it's going to say, it's going to have the flag over here. So this flag right here, you want to highlight that, copy it, and then you want to go over to the picoCTF page. You want to paste this into the flag submission field, Control Z or Command Z to paste this in, and click on Submit Flag. And then you are finished with the challenge. Okay, so everybody, if you managed to finish the challenge, please type "I did it" in chat. Whoops, to everybody. Okay, so to everybody who's stuck or is having trouble, I'll be helping you out in about 5 minutes after we finish off the session. But all right, so everybody, go to people in the chat. If you want to try doing some of these picoCTF challenges yourself, what I would recommend is that you go over to this link right here, and I will paste it into the chat. And you want to take a look at the different challenges. So what I think you could do is you could do the general challenges. So you would go to here, you would click on easy. And for category, you would click on general skills. And after that, try clicking on some of the challenges over at the top. Try doing this challenge right here called Super SSH. So at anybody who wants to try an extra challenge, try doing this one yourself. So I provided the link in the chat for everybody. All right, so everybody, what we're going to do is we're going to do the summary for the commands that we did today, and then to anybody who was having trouble with picoCTF, I'm going to help you guys out. Okay, so to anybody who's having trouble, please stick around after the session is over. But let's do a review. So the ls command. So the ls command is going to list directory contents. It lists out the current directory's contents. It's often used with the -l switch to output in a list form, or with the -a switch to output hidden files as well. So we see here that we get, this is the normal output, and this is the output with the -l. We have the pwd command. It's going to print the working directory, and it's going to let us know where we are. The pwd command outputs our current or working directory. When we see a slash in front of a name in Linux, we know that it's a directory name. So in this case, /root is the name of a directory. The cat command. So the cat command lets us read file contents. The cat command is used to read file contents. So in this case, we can cat with a name, readme.txt, and then we get to see what's in here. Okay, the cd command is going to change the working directory, change directory, cd. Change our current directory. If we use cd by itself, it will send us to our home directory. So every user has a home directory where they can create directories and make files and stuff like that. That's the cd command. The mkdir, make directory command, that creates a new directory. The mkdir command is used to create new directories, but we usually can't create directories outside of our home directory or the temporary directory. Okay, we also use the wget command to download files. The wget command is used to download files. We usually can't download files outside of our home directories or the /tmp directory. And the last thing we didn't necessarily use this one in this session, but the rm command, that's used to delete files or directories. The rm command is used to delete files or directories. Directories that aren't empty can't be deleted unless we use the -r switch to delete directories. Okay, so everybody, that is it for this session. We will be back on Friday. So to everybody who wants to, we're going to be back on Friday at the same time. But to everybody who came to this session, thank you very much for participating. To the people who are having trouble, I will be helping you out after the session ends on the Zoom call, so please stick around. But to anybody else who does not need help, feel free to leave the call, and we will be back on Friday. Thank you very much. All right, so I'm going